Hello, I'm Cynthia Yates, and I'm welcoming you to Life Science for 7th grade, both regular and advanced. Okay, this is an orientation to some of the things we'll be doing and where to find information and how to make contact. Welcome to my online classroom. Okay, what you're going to need is a computer with audio and visual capabilities. It's going to need high-speed internet and a quiet place to work. You're also going to need the MIS 1171. It's a parent release form of student images. It can be found on the district website under the MIS forms, and I will be putting a link on my school website with Davidson, and you can also get a hard copy from the school itself for asking for it from at the front office. So there are a number of places to get that form, and it needs to be sent back to the school so that they have that on file. This allows you to be recorded, as the Zoom videos can be recorded, and to share your visual information so you can appear to me visually on Zoom. Okay, so this form is really important, and I've already told you the two places you can find it. Okay, what to expect from your online science course? Well, it's going to be more involved than it was in the spring. This time you're going to have to take the tests, the quizzes, and you'll be graded on the classwork as well. So you do have to keep up with that, and I have access to what you've got written down and can take a look at it and go through that information. Okay, every unit comes with guided notes, and you can find them at the beginning of each topic that you cover. There's a short video that Edgenuity has put out that goes through where they are and what they look like. They are the most useful thing that you can do to keep track of all the information. We'll be moving along at a pretty quick pace, and using the guided notes will be the very best thing that you can do to make sure that you've gotten through all the information and that you can remember it. Okay, I expect you to ask me for help when you don't understand the material. You'll be getting information that you've not had before. They always start the beginning of the year with the scientific method and what science is all about. But we'll only have a few lessons on that, and then we're going to jump really quickly into cells. And there'll be a lot of new material for you, and I'm here to help you understand that material. Expect you to attend the Zoom sessions. Okay, there will be additional Zoom sessions that I put out there, and your participation is one of my expectations. Okay, there are engagement points that we'll mention a few times that are going to be given to your grade for completing the online activities. This is ones that are apart from Edgenuity. It's the things that I put up there. There'll be virtual labs, demonstrations, there'll be field trips, videos, guest speakers. We're going to try and make it interesting and helpful for you, and we'll keep track of who sees which one and give you extra credit points onto your grade just for doing those extra activities. Okay, now the Zoom sessions that we have will be set up on a regular basis, and you can access me by video, as long as you've got the MIS 1171 form completed during my office hours or by appointment. Okay, the field trips that we have and the other Zoom activities, there will be links to those. If it's a recording of a field trip after we've done the field trip, you'll be able to watch it again at your own pace, at your own time. But my Zoom access number won't change. So to access me by Zoom, it's 817-370-4618. And the passcode is 175798. Okay, so I do expect you to keep up with the pacing guide. I've mentioned that we will be working at a quicker pace, and there is a copy of the pacing guide which presents all the topics we're covering and the activities that go along with it. in the order of appearance, and it's for each class. So there's a different pacing guide if you're in a regular class as opposed to the advanced class. So make sure you're checking the correct one. The Edgenuity presents the information in the same order with the same lessons. But again, if you are in the advanced class, the activities are going to be a little bit different for some of them. Much of it will look the same, but I'll be sure that you're in the right course, and you will have a copy of the course outline and the pacing guide. And this is going to be important that you keep up with where you're supposed to be. So try not to fall behind. Okay, so this pacing guide, it's designed for both the inline and the in-school students to stay on the same topics at the same time. This will be on the web page for Davidson under my name, Mrs. Yates, and in your notebook, and more coming up about that notebook. Okay, now there's a link to the regular course and the advanced course in the virtual notebook. Again, this is going to be on my school webpage with Davidson and in your virtual notebook. Okay, now Edgenuity does a fantastic job of letting you know where you're at relative to where you are expected to be. And they use colors. Generally, they're green and red. That shows you what percentage you have got covered and what percentage you need to do to get up to speed. That's important. That goes along with the pacing guide. Okay, so you will be getting weekly progress reports for your parents, and you will have weekly contact with me via email, Remind, and Zoom. Okay, so you're going to need to know how to use the student email through Outlook from Office 365 on ClassLink. It's an app already loaded onto ClassLink. And you need to download the Outlook app from that and click on it, access it, and that's where your emails will be. If I'm sending you an email, it will go to that spot, and if you need to contact me, you use that particular place to do it. And it all comes through Office 365. On there, you'll see other things like Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, Excel, and your notebook. The notebook is what we'll be using, and access to that will be provided through the ClassLink into the Office 365. Your virtual notebook will be there. And I will put up a video explaining how to use that particular notebook. Okay, my email is cynthiayates@okaloosaschools.com. Okay, so you're going to need to access the student notebook, Office 365, ClassLink. It's going to be virtual, and it's going to be assigned individually to you. And that's where I'm going to be posting the assignments, and you can keep your guided notes there, and links to the videos we can watch, the saved videos for field trips if you weren't there when we went on one. And a lot of other things, just like a regular notebook, except it's all going to be digital. I can see everything that you put in there, and I can add things to it, but unless I give permission for you to share, it's an individual customized notebook just for you. Okay, contact information. In addition to the email and the Zoom, I'll be using the Remind system. Okay, so right now I have Remind set up for a whole group. That's all of the students that I have in both regular and advanced. And you'll have to text at YATESLI to 81010. And then you'll receive a welcome text from Remind. If you've got trouble from this, then you can try texting the same thing at Yates SLI to 801-642-4704. Okay, my office hours are going to be daily, morning office hours and afternoon office hours. In the morning, it's going to run from 8 to 11. and in the afternoons from 12 to 3. After we get started and begin making progress, I may change them slightly to accommodate student needs if more kids need a little bit later time. All the office hours we have are supposed to go between the hours of 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. So I will modify it if that needs to be based on the students' requirements. But I will make any notifications to changes on the remind will go out to everyone. Okay, so Zoom help time, that will be during the office hours. I have posted, you can just log in, it'll send me a message that someone's in the waiting room, and I will turn on the Zoom camera and we'll be able to have a chat and go through whatever you need. If I have a special program running, it will be on and we can all go through the Zoom activity together. If we're doing a cut and paste or a drag and drop on the computer with the information, I will do the screen share like I'm doing now, and we'll work through an activity. Again, really important, you need to find out where you can get the MIS 1171 form so that it can be kept on file at the school. Okay, weekly online activity. In addition to the online activities provided by Edgenuity, the other things we'll be doing, you'll have access to all of that in your virtual notebook. These are going to reinforce all the concepts being covered by Edgenuity. Okay, the links, they're going to be in there and they're going to connect you to the same topic that you're covering with Edgenuity, but they're going to link you to what's being covered in the online textbook. Okay, all the students who are in school at Davidson physically, they'll be using that textbook. And both in school and online students will be doing some of the same activities that'll help make the transition back into school, physically in school when it's safe, to be a little bit more smooth if you have still kept your familiarity with how to use the online textbook. Okay, the virtual field trips. We've got a few of those already lined up, and one of them is at the Emerald Coast Science Center. We've got another one to the Heritage Museum. And the teachers at Davidson, there are 7 of us teaching online. We're working together to come up with activities that we can put something online for you to do that connects to your online learning, but gives you contact within the community as well. And that is the end of the presentation. Thank you.